just arrived to our hotel room in London, staying at the St. James Mayfair. And it's cute, it's compact. Let's see what our view is out the window. Lovely. And then you come into the bathroom. Wow. Okay. This is very exciting to see. And then just a very simple little vanity. It's a nice room. I'm very excited about it. My husband has stayed here before, but this is my first time to the St. James. So we're here for a week, and I think we're gonna freshen up. We're so gross and groggy and like overnight flight-ish. So we've come out to do a little bit of shopping this afternoon before we get ready to go see the producers this evening. And because of the tariff situation right now, I have not been able to have the Tala fix that I require. So coming up on Carnaby Street now, and I am so excited to check out their, I think this is the first brick-and-mortar store. Got back to the hotel after much too much walking around, and I gotta be honest, I went to just the Carnaby Street Tala store, and I'm very disappointed because they don't sell the Dayflex online to the United States, like I mentioned, because of tariffs. And what they did have in store was the wrong size. So, and they didn't even have the scarf or the hat. So I'm a little bummed that store number 1 was kind of a miss. So I'm gonna try the other store tomorrow, but I will show you what I got, because obviously I couldn't leave empty-handed. I did find a medium in the two-tone sports bra, so very excited about that. Then I got one of the just plain kind of everyday t-shirts. I have this in white and black already, so I thought get the gray just because it's a great like under a blazer with a pair of jeans, very simple top. I did pick up the green Dayflex pants because I have been eyeballing these. They only just launched on Thursday, and I was supposed to find the dual tone top like that one that went with these, but unfortunately they only had smalls and larges, and neither of those worked for me. So fortunately the husband was with me, and he talked me into getting just the white on white, and it looks okay with that. But I am still holding out for the other store that maybe they have the two-tone green and white top. And last but not least, something that was very much not on the agenda for Tala's list was the Carnaby Street hoodie. And the reason I picked this up is because it was only like 60 pounds, but it was also 60% off of that. So basically it was like next to nothing. It is Sunday now, and we are just embarking on day 2 of London. Last night after I left you, we went, what was the theater called? The Garrick? The Garrick. And we saw the producers, which was amazing. I had never knew anything about it before meeting my husband. And I really like the movie with Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane. So the show last night was amazing. They did a great job. And then we just kind of wandered home. We stopped at a Chinese restaurant because it was the only thing open. And that was pretty much the night. So yes, it was called Chop Chop in the Hippodrome, and it was pretty good. It was we were impressed. So today we are just going out to find some, I would say breakfast, but it's like noon already. So we're gonna find some lunch, and then I think it's just gonna be another day of shopping and wandering around London and seeing what we get up to. they?
Look at the buttons. The way the buttons are.
Ah, gorgeous.
The old
Crankshaft.
crankshaft.
So we've come to Harrods after doing a bit of shopping around. A little stop for some Prosecco and fries. Because at Tala, I found this beautiful, like, long black dress. But the problem is, you can see everything going on underneath. So we're at the ladies section and I'm trying on some Skims and some Spanx. And we're gonna see if we can find something that is totally seamless underneath the dress. There. I don't know. This is a bunch of tags and security and stuff, but I can't tell if this works or not because there's like a ring you can still kind of see. I think this is gonna be the winner. We just got back to our hotel room and having a quick little change and relax until we go to dinner. But we did stop at Boots earlier, so I'm not going to show you everything I got at Tala because I am a little bit embarrassed at everything that was purchased. But I did get this scarf, which is nice. But I will show you what we got at Boots because I did not pack like shampoo and conditioner and some other very strategic things because it's just a pain taking liquids into the UK. So I'm going to show you what I got at Boots. I picked up a Tangle teaser, and I don't know what is special edition about this, but it's like a shiny gold Tangle teaser. The one I have right now at home doesn't have a handle, so this was a necessity. Then we decided to get a bit of the K-Beauty. This is some kind of Korean skincare mask. So I'm not entirely sure if this is like a liquid that you cover your face with or if it's a mask that you just put over your face, but we will find out in a few hours. Then the thing that I actually needed, which was hairspray, and I just got the Got to Be Glued Blasting Freeze hairspray. This was the only one small enough to travel. We picked up some of these RS hydration tablets, and they're fizzy. You just like drop them in water, and then they have all kinds of vitamins and good stuff for immunity. The other thing that I actually needed were shampoo and conditioner. Last but not least, I'm not going to show you everything we got at Harrods, but we did find this little bear, and I just thought he was so cute, so my husband picked him up. And he has Harrods on the foot. Like I said, we are just getting ready now to go to dinner. We're going to, I believe it's called Bonacino, and it's in Mayfair. They have another one in Soho and another one further out, but we're gonna get ready, and I don't want to be trying to vlog while we're out enjoying our dinner, so I will check back in with you tomorrow. Good morning. So the hotel has a partnership with a gym just around the corner. So I thought I'd throw on some of the new Tala that I got. This is one of their Dayflex sets they just came out with. And I thought I would go get a workout in because, again, not leaving the hotel till like noon. We'll get over the jet lag eventually, but I'm gonna go get a workout in. Quite a bit later, and after the gym I just had to do some schoolwork because today is the first day of the new semester. We went and did a bit of shopping, and we've come to the Burberry, and we're on Piccadilly? No, Regent. What? Regent. And it feels like we're at like the mother church here. They are beautiful though. I like that they have the plaid on the inside. It just goes on and on. Unpopular opinion, I'm not loving the quilted everything. It just looks like, I feel like it makes it look like a diaper bag. We're back to the hotel now, and I think we'd both agree that we did not plan out the Monday evening so well. His dinner postponed. My plans then were compromised. And so we just grabbed a drink at the bar after wandering quite a bit around Soho and Mayfair. So we've got some Wagamama, because I've heard through the YouTubes that that is the great place to order Deliveroo. So we've got Wagamama, we've got a couple glasses of wine. We'll probably find something interesting to watch on the tubes. And that's it. That is our Monday evening here in London. Okay, we just saw this video on Facebook, just doom scrolling, and apparently there's an incredibly easy way to tie a tie. Boom, just like that. Okay, so we got it laid out across my arm, and then he went 1, 2, 3. Tap, 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 tap. And it was this one under. Oh my god, it actually works! We are wrapping up for the evening here in London, and it was actually the husband's idea to do a little unboxing. We swung through Penhaligons because we both love Penhaligons. There's a lot of different scents that are fantastic. However, the few times we've been to New York to, I think it's Bloomingdale's or Saks, that has the Penhaligons counter, they're always sold out. So we saw it here in London. We thought we'll swing in and do a little unboxing for you. Alright, so first they gave us a few different free goodies. So we have this beautiful tote bag, just this big, gorgeous green tote bag. I was given the choice of a few different colors of a scarf, and so it's just this nice big Penhaligons lion. Well, you get the idea. I don't know how well this is going to go one-handed. And there we have the scarf. Very nice with the little Penhaligons detail in the corners. Then I got the Kiss of Bliss. Not nearly as exciting as yours. Just the bottle. Oh, it smells so nice. What do you think?
Nice.
Is that nice?
Mm-hmm.
A Kiss of Bliss, and it says, with musk and lucky clover, wash away the blues. And then you got the Tragedy of Lord George. Ooh, beautiful. I'm very jealous that you have the beautiful animal head and the ladies' perfumes don't have that. Well, good morning. It is a very rainy start to the day, and I'm proud of us because we did get up before 11 a.m. today. And we went and got a workout in at Pure Gym again. And I'm just heading off to see Westminster Abbey and take a little stroll, find some brunch. The husband has some meetings today. And then later this afternoon, we're actually going to the Design Museum. And right now, of all things, the exhibit they have is Wes Anderson, who I love. I think I was a little bit spoiled the first time I came to London because it was July, and so the little bit of sun I feel the UK gets, I got to experience already, so I was due for a rainy London visit. I did do the London Eye last time I was here as well, and I'm just kind of bummed that that trip was the summer before I started vlogging, so I have no footage of that, but I did enjoy it, and it is what kind of prompted me to then do the Ferris wheels everywhere else that I've been.
I look at other stores, I don't really consider much more.
Something else that I did in London the first time was a Harry Potter walking tour, and they took you all over the city, showed where different inspiration came from, King's Cross, of course. And so I've just come to kind of relive part of that. I am in Cecil Court, which is near Trafalgar Square, and it's just this little street with all kinds of bookstores and antique stores and knickknacks, and it's just, I think it was the inspiration for Diagon Alley, but it's a pretty cool little spot. We've just taken the tube to High Street, Kensington, and we're just about to the Design Museum, where I mentioned there is a Wes Anderson. Oh my! Where I mentioned there was a Wes Anderson exhibit, so we're about to check that out. And if I don't actually know if I'll be allowed to film, but if I am, I will show you what that's all about. In the room, but tonight we are going to a place called Top Hat, which is like a Monopoly themed restaurant apparently, and then afterwards we are going to see another show, and tonight we are seeing The Devil Wears Prada. You felt something? Okay, so we thought going to Top Hat pre-show at 5:30 would be a good idea. And we got in there, and the menu was like half a page long. And there was not a single soul other than the bartenders. So we are now off to a place called Tattoo. Apparently it's a very good Asian restaurant near the theater. And we're gonna hope that bodes a little bit better for us. Seeing The Devil Wears Prada, and on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Like a 6.
It was a fun show. I would agree. A 6 out of 10. It was a fun show. The music was not anything really memorable. Costumes were fabulous. We love Greg Barnes. The choreography was awesome. Jerry Mitchell's great. But it's a show that I could see once and be happy. See how many steps we're up to today. 18, you can't see it on the camera. We have 18,861 steps. And some of it has been in heels. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, and we finally got some sunshine, which is a nice change from yesterday. Traffic was very loud. This morning we are headed off in direction of Burrough Market. It's this giant farmer's market slash artisan market, and the husband has never experienced that before, so we are just on our way to Green Park, and then we're gonna hop on the Jubilee line, get over there, and see what we find. stopped at a little spot called My Mouth for coffee, and they only do sit-down coffee, or they charge you £5 as a deposit for this little takeaway cup.
Cigar.
Ooh, it would be a good walk for a cigar, but we'll have to settle for our mulled wine. Heading out from Burrough Market, and we're just gonna go to see London Bridge. The Thames or the Thames? Thames. Just come back to the hotel after running around all morning. After I left my husband so he could go off to his lunch, I went out to lunch. I stopped at a little place called Bill's and I had this fantastic garden plate, it was called, with all kinds of goodies. And then I did hop back to Tala because I wanted to get these scrunchies that they are only available in the UK, and you cannot order them to the United States, unfortunately. But I wanted to show you what we got at the Burrough Market this morning, because we did pick up a few things. I still have to sort out how I'm going to be checking luggage, because I might have to buy a suitcase while I'm here, which is fine, because I need one anyway. But let me show you what we got at Burrough Market. We picked up this pasta with squid ink, because my husband is obsessed, and this along with these 2 pots of honey. One of them is honey with kiwi and mint, and the other is with lavender. My husband loves honey and has it in his tea every day. And then I love boar sausage. I'm not a big meat eater, but we did get a little sausage. So these were all from a Croatian vendor, and it all looked very authentic. And really, the only other thing we picked up were these tote bags from the Burrough Market store. And I just thought they were so cute, just all the market goodies that you might go for. And then I also had a limited edition Christmas version. So this is all the classic British Christmas treats on the tote. So at this point in the afternoon, I'm going to leave you for a few hours simply because the new semester for my master's program began on Monday, and I have a few video things that I need to do and take care of. And then I think my husband and I might go check out a cigar lounge across Piccadilly. He's very into cigars. He wants to give it a try, so that's what we're gonna do. I guess.
That's lovely. I love it.
Well, I think it's safe to say, don't you, that it is... He hates being on camera. I was just gonna say, I think it's safe to say that we both enjoyed Oliver immensely more than the show that we saw last night. It was just so fun, and it was
other than the murder and the kidnapping and
the murder, the kidnapping, all of that, not so great, but the show was phenomenal. He kept saying, oh, you're gonna know this song, you're gonna know this song. I knew none of the songs, but it was a great show. And then at intermission, he said that Rowan Atkinson had actually played Fagin, and so the rest of the show I was imagining Mr. Bean in that role. And it was just great, it was great, it was wonderful. It's a very wet, very rainy day, and we've been walking around, just got breakfast. Husband is off to go to a meeting, and I'm off to TK Maxx because I need to buy a new suitcase. Because we've done a bit of shopping while we're here. There's so many to pick from. Alright, I think we may have found it, because I really like this green color. I've just popped back to the hotel to drop off the new luggage. Never in my life have I done enough shopping that I've actually had to buy luggage. I've always just done a carry-on. So I suppose, because I don't even have a normal luggage, that it was about time. It's from a brand called Cavalier, and it's just a lovely green piece of luggage. Now what's inside the luggage? So this morning we went out to breakfast, and then we had like an awkward 45 minutes before the husband had to go to his meeting. So we stopped at Starbucks, and if you've been following the vlog for a while, you know that I collect the Starbucks location mugs, specifically the old ones, not the new like dark green box ones that look like trash. So while we were at the Starbucks, they may have had some mugs, and usually my rule is I don't buy a mug unless I have been to the location. However, they are becoming fewer and further in between and very difficult to find, so even when I do go somewhere, I can't find the mug that I want. So I may have picked up a few mugs. Again, I usually don't buy them unless we have been to the city or country, but these are all places that the husband and I are planning to go eventually, and I don't want to have to pay over $100 on eBay like I have for some that I have now. So we have Scotland, we have Wales, we have Edinburgh, and last but not least, we have Oxford. There were a few others, such as Cambridge, Caerdydd, which is the Welsh pronunciation or spelling of Cardiff, I believe, and then a handful of others that I thought about, but I thought, you know, these are the 4 places we already have on our list. So I will practice some self-control and we'll just stop at 4. I've just had a little change of shoes because wearing my Weejuns was a little bit of a death sentence in the cold and the wet. They don't hold up so well. So we've got comfy tennis shoes on now. I'm going to wander in the direction of Buckingham Palace just to see it. I've seen it before, but just when you're here, you just can't not. And then I want to find a Holland & Barrett just to check it out because, again, being in the Nutra space, I just like to see what other countries have. And then my last stop, and I might be meeting a friend for lunch, is at King's Cross. I did do the Harry Potter walking tour, I think I've mentioned, and they led us to King's Cross because obviously that is where platform 9 3/4 is, but I don't know if I need to have the full Harry Potter experience this time. It's just insanely beautiful. You know what's amazing is that it's not even noon and my legs are toast, which just goes to show I really didn't need a gym pass this week because we are walking like 18,000 steps a day and my Oura Ring is not happy with me, but it actually feels good to have time in a city that's totally walkable because at home we're in the suburbs where you can walk nowhere. So it's not quite the old-fashioned train station as pictured in Harry Potter, but again, that was, what, 25 years ago now? Well, it is still very wet and rainy here, but I had a lovely lunch with my friend Elena, who also happened to be the host of my Airbnb last time I was in London. Excuse me.
So Ben
LOL vlogging while walking around the streets of London. But I've just been doing a few errands. I had to go to Holland & Barrett just to check it out for work, and then unofficially and then popped into Mango and Boots and Lush. And so I'm just heading back to the hotel. And I'm getting a little bit turned around here, so I'm just gonna step off to the side street while I figure out where I am. I want to stop at Waterstones one more time just to get some Paddington stuff for my niece. And then I think it might be time to go home because it is getting nasty out. We've come back to the hotel and have just started packing, but he had to leave to go to his business dinner. So I've just gotten dressed into my little green suit. You can't really tell with this lighting, but it is green. And I'm just gonna walk out, see where I find for dinner. There is a spot across St. James called Cafe Murano, which looks nice. And if they don't have room, there's another spot on German Street that we looked at the first night and it was too full, so who knows? I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be one of those nights where you just kind of end up where you end up. Unfortunately, it is our last morning here in London, and we're just finishing up getting all packed. I think we're gonna grab some breakfast, and then it's time to head to the airport. And with that, we are packed and loaded and ready to head down, check out, and be on our way. But I hope you enjoyed coming along with me to London in this vlog. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, do all the things, and I will see you very soon in another vlog.